Joystick Warriors. Sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it?
Does sound a wee bit dodgy, yes. Breakdown.
Oh, I love it. Give me a good breakdown anytime.
The music actually works well with the videos, though. Just bizarre. This is actually quite a good recap video, you know.
Man, I'm so tempted to get the shiny Xbox.
Start again. Shiny Xbox, the 2 terabyte.
Yeah, the 2 terabyte sparkly boy.
Diskless 2 terabyte.
No, it's not diskless.
Oh, it has got a disc? Okay.
Yep.
That's good. I don't feel very disorganised though today. I've kind of gone through a lot of vague stuff already. I think I've got everything ready, but I do feel quite disorganised.
Oh well, we'll do it live. It doesn't matter.
Oh, we always make it up. It's fine, but just
Yep. But no one's watching yet, so it's fine.
there is. There's 4 people watching.
Oh, well, I'm watching on YouTube and Twitch. Who else is watching?
Someone out. I don't know who's watching. I can just see numbers.
Oh,
So you can F in chat.
if you're watching, tap F in chat. Are you hyped? Are you ready? This is exciting. Man, we should be doing like this in college shirts with ties or something.
Shorts.
Yes.
Don't they always wear shorts with like that Akadaka look?
Oh yeah, definitely. We gotta, we're A and Z. We gotta be the Akadaka look.
Thanks, Carl.
You're welcome.
Oh, here's Carl again. That's good. There's a double Carl.
Double Carl.
Is that too much, Carl?
Nope, it's not enough.
Should we kick it off?
All right.
This
Perfect
is
timing.
the Xbox Cast.
It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to reveal our Game Awards tonight. It's time to put on makeup. It's time to dress up right. It's time to raise the curtain on the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, Xbox Castational Game Awards tonight. Mr. Lee, welcome to the last show of the year and happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, and thank you. And
Yes,
welcome, and
didn't-
thank you.
But I didn't. I wanted the listeners to know so that they can give you a hard time about being the age of old.
I'm older now. I was older already, and I'm older.
Older.
Older, yes. And it's almost the end of the year. Like, we're actually running out of days. This is very
Yeah,
late for us.
It took a colossal effort to get to this point.
And look at you. You look like you haven't slept for days. Like, had a big trek to get here or something.
My word. Trying to organize the Game of the Year show has taken its toll on me. Like,
I
you
can
have no
tell all the work behind the scenes that we're putting into it.
man, the blood, sweat, and tears I put into this.
Yeah,
Shocking.
I just rocked up. Hi.
A bit of a change from what we normally do.
Actually, it's very different because I've normally got all this like lists of information I've got to read and do, but this I just rock up with what 3 websites basically.
3 websites and some answers to some questions.
Yeah, well, that's one of the websites, and the other 2 is just my Game of the Year stuff. And that was done by somebody else. I just had to go there and look at it. That's awesome.
It's nice when work is done for you.
I know, it's very nice. They've got pretty pictures and everything. It's very good.
And the way that the pictures go into different pictures, the transitions, pew, pew, pew. All very fun and exciting.
Actually, I could just play that and just sit back for a bit and let everyone watch it.
Yeah, the audio listeners will be bored.
Oh, well. Watch us live.
Just get ChatGPT to read the screen.
Yes. Come to YouTube and watch us live. Come to Twitch and watch us live. The XboxCast.
You get to see our faces and all sorts of fun things.
Yeah, and talk and give us stick.
Yes. So, Mr. Lee, excuse me, the end of the year. 8 years we've been doing this nonsense.
Have you seen we did? Oh, actually, I was going to check. I did see how many of these we've done.
How many? What podcasts?
Oh, we've done 440. I think it is now podcasts.
440 episodes.
Yeah, I think so.
Jeez, that's crazy.
So we started doing 2018 was the first Game Awards. So this is year 7 of the Game Awards.
Year 7 of the real Game Awards, the ones
the
that
proper
matter.
The ones that actually matter. Yes. Yeah, 2018. Oh, what was it? That's actually quite fun, isn't it?
Oh man.
Because guess what? Guess what we were playing in 2018?
Was it Destiny?
Destiny 2.
Oh, it's so funny.
It is funny. It's
We
hilarious.
picked the Destiny podcast for a bit.
Yeah, annoyed the pants off Simone. Like she was just not happy.
Please, guys, play something else.
Please stop
Why?
it.
Guns in space. It's fun.
Battlefront 2 was the most disappointing game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Still true, probably.
Well, it's fine now that the Celebration Edition went free.
I know, I saw that, yeah. Did you pick I didn't think I picked it up though, did I?
Oh, I picked it up.
I just didn't care.
Oh, I was like, every so often you want to drop into Star Wars Battlefront because it looks really pretty,
It has
right?
pretty
And it's
snow.
a good multiplayer.
Matty T.
Oh,
2025. You are correct, actually. Yes, I am. I'm doing this for next year, pre-recorded.
Lee has labeled the stream as 2025. Which
No, I've not. It's lies. I don't know what you're talking about, Matty.
That's great. I like how he's just completely changed that on the fly.
No, I didn't. It was always like that. He's just got his eyes. Something wrong with his eyes.
Oh, yeah. I think you need to go to the optometrist there.
I'll
Matt.
just. We'll use a start for next year.
We're doing it so late in the year that we already think it's 2025.
Yeah, it feels like it. Yeah.
It's been such a December that we've already lived through the entire year of 2025.
It just keeps going this December as well. It's kind of weird.
Oh, so fun.
Mm.
So,
Cool.
right.
So we play some games.
We did play some games indeed. But before we get there, as is custom, we need to first yell at everyone who has thrown us money this year. Because
Yes, for
you
sure.
guys have given us a lot of money, sometimes to some egregious amounts, and really you shouldn't be just spending that much in this cost of living crisis nonsense going on. But second of all, thank you so much for your support. You help the podcast keep running. You keep our voices on air, our screens, our faces on the screen, and all sorts of things going on in the background. You'll be getting some New Year's cards soon because this December was such a December that we forgot to send out Christmas cards on time. So they're going to be
You were on holiday for most of it, weren't you? Like, is it November?
November, but then jet lag and wrapping up at work, and it's just a crazy time.
I'm just hearing excuses. That's all I'm hearing is excuses.
Excuses. But
Excuses.
you'll be getting some really cool Christmas cards from us again, as is custom. So thank you guys for everyone who has donated to us. And so, starting from the bottom, do you want to kick us off, Lee? Or
Well, I don't see this list. Do you have this list somewhere? Is it in the OneNote, is it?
OneNote. Everything is in OneNote.
Oh, look at you.
OneNote is the second brain in this
The
podcast.
second brain.
And I don't know why you're surprised every time.
I was actually logged into the Patreon page trying to quickly look at things, panicking. But then I went, oh, wait a minute, yeah.
While Lee gets himself sorted.
I'm sorted. I'm ready.
So, the jesters.
The jesters. There's lots of them.
We have a lot of jesters. It's crazy.
How have you written this down? You've got real names next to fake names.
Yeah, so don't ask me how Patreon did this. But
so what do I read out? What the fake names or the real names?
Yeah, read the column all the way on the right.
The right-hand side. Okay,
Yes.
cool. Jesters will bring us humour in the special Patreon room. Actually, probably they're the messy ones, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I mean,
can't imagine the jesters do any cleaning.
No, but they do really good dancing.
That's true. That's true. Their jokes are really bad, though, saying that.
And the
Lots
little
of jingling and jangling, yes. DJ Hero. He's also... I wonder how long these people have actually been looking at sending us money for. Like, it's insane.
We need to get those stats because DJ Hero, some of these people have literally been on here since we started.
Since the beginning, yeah, for sure. DJ Hero, Keo live at home. Thank you. Oz. Oz Buffmatic. Mark B, still in there. Perky Turkey, still hanging out in there. Mikkel KV. Chili Dogs, hi Tony. Best Waifu. I'm glad she changed it to a normal one that she has, because I can't say the other one, it's too hard. That's Emily. And then Spirited Surgeon, who still has that weird thing at the end, I can't say. Thanks, Bex.
Our squires. These are the ones that are...
I think these ones actually do clean up, though.
Yeah,
I reckon they clean up after the state that the jesters leave it in.
Yeah, they try to clean up, but, they're just squires. They don't have the right tools for the job. They're doing the best with what they can. We have Cobra Todd, R56 Cooper, S11, Kingsman, 2625, and a new one coming in at the end of the year is Legendary Yobi.
Oh, yeah. Excellent. So the knights...
Okay, these guys just fly around and don't do much.
Well, they employ the squires, don't they? Basically.
They employ the squires, so the squires supposed to do the knights'
to look
job.
after the knights, but,
Yeah, they don't do anything, really.
No, they don't really much. So we have Loans Tart Iger at the top. Rabbit Dad for life. A bunch of weirdos these nights, aren't they? And then 186 who's in chat. Hello, 186 in chat. Thank you for your money. We appreciate it, and we appreciate you.
186 is also new to the XboxCast family this year. So everyone welcome him, and we will tell him that he's wrong in his PlayStation ways.
Yeah, I know. Well, some people come here to learn.
Our queen has always been near and dear to our hearts because he always just looks so pretty sitting there on the throne next to the king.
I'm so pretty. Yeah.
The way he dyes his beard every year has, given us joy over the many years. This year, he forgot to send us a picture of his dyed beard. We need to hit him up about that. But our queen is Diabolic Jester.
Of course.
He was a jester, and then through diabolic means, he became the queen.
That's right, exactly. Maybe he's in charge of the jesters.
Oh, maybe we should have a talk to him.
He needs to pull their head in, do something, have a word.
Come on, Diabolic Jester, do something exciting.
And then at the top of the tree, the man is crazy. The king is Noel, or Darkest Shadow NZ, or Jacko Knight.
Jacko Knight.
I never knew it was Jacko Knight.
I think that's the Discord names.
So he gives us advice on Discord, builds things on Discord.
Yeah, he
tells us when we're wrong.
Yep, he's our Discord wrangler and our mod. He tells us when we're doing things wrong on Discord and on Twitch and on YouTube, and we pretty much ignore most of his advice and do things anyway.
No, we listen, we agree,
and then we do things anyway.
Yeah, that's awesome, isn't it?
So thank you guys. Thanks for everyone who's donated over the year. Your money has found its way into our pockets, and for the pockets of the podcast, I'll have you know, not our own pockets. We did not go out and spend on beer or wine or loose woman.
No, damn it, that was a good idea. Those coins are quite cool. They paid for the coins this year. That was quite a good thing to pay for.
So everyone who took part in the April Achievement Challenge got a special coin this year. Normally it goes to patrons only, but we were feeling generous this year.
We forgot.
Well, don't say that. Good spin. Good PR.
That's right. Sorry. Because we're nice people.
We are very nice people. Everyone got a coin that basically the patrons paid for. So if you have a coin and you're not a patron, go find your nearest patron and give them a hug. Thank them for the coin.
No, lick their face.
Isn't a hug and licking faces the same thing?
Oh, no. Definitely completely different. It's way more saliva being passed when you lick someone's face.
It's not very COVID safe of you.
It's not COVID safe in the slightest. Yeah, COVID was last year. It's all fine now.
It was like 2 years ago, Lee.
Yeah. 4 years ago, actually. It's 2020. 19. So it started 19. It's like 5 years ago nearly.
We've lost so much time to this nonsense.
Yeah, lies. It's all lies. Time is a lie.
Time is a lie. You heard it your first week in the podcast. I think we've peaked.
We just got to stop now.
Oh, so thank you to all our patrons. You guys are awesome. If you want to jump onto this train next year and help support this podcast, check out the Xbox Cast on Patreon. We currently have a promotion running. So if you're a free member, you can get 60% off your first month.
Can you get it if you're not a free member?
I think if you sign up as a free member, the promotion will still run until I think next year, end of January.
Ah, okay, cool.
So yeah, get 60% off. Basically, you can get the Jester level, which is $1 a month for basically what, 20 cents.
60% of 100. What's 60% of 100?
That's on this podcast. We talk about games.
Ask ChatGPT. Ask Copilot. What's 60% of 100?
So yes, you get
Wow.
it's cents on the dollar, guys. It's a saving.
It's money saved. Yep.
And then you guys basically get to say you support a podcast, a
There
home
you go. See.
grassroots podcast that talks nonsense.
You can come and hang out in the Patreon room for a month if you want to.
Yeah, and I mean, you also get to write it off on your taxes as a donation.
There you go. That how much was it, Carl? How much did you say?
It's like 25 cents. It's early on Saturday.
That's amazing.
Very well.
I
Maths
love it. Maths is hard for Kyle.
well, maths is hard in general. There's a reason.
Oh, sorry. That's right. Yeah, everyone's in YouTube this week.
Yeah, great.
No one's in Twitch. Well, it's a person in Twitch. I was thinking to you, Carl.
Yeah, it's probably me.
That's really.
If you're on
weird.
YouTube, give us a thumbs up so that this podcast gets shoved far down into everyone else's algorithm, and then we get more views. Isn't that how it works?
That's correct. Yes, shoving.
We have to gently prod the algorithm along. Which is a good reminder, if you are listening to the audio version, if you rate us, the algorithm gods also shine on us. If you're watching on Twitch and you like it or clip it, the algorithm gods shine more on us.
Especially when Carl does math. That's definitely worth a clip.
Yeah, no, clip that, share that far and wide, and basically...
This guy does IT. Look at his math skills.
I wouldn't trust this guy with my computer. All right.
Cool. Okay. I haven't got an agenda. You go for it. I'm just going to sit back and let you do talking this week. I'm happy.
I'm doing all the talking this week because this is basically where Lee gets his revenge for the rest of the year.
That's right. I get to drink coffee.
Carl organizes everything. Carl has to talk through everything. Lee just nods along.
Yes.
So, 2024, not 2025, was an amazing year for the podcast. We did our most ever downloads in a year.
Did we really?
We did indeed. This year, the podcast got 5,500 total downloads.
I did not know this. Maybe I should bring up the stats.
Yeah, the stats are really good. October 24 was our best month ever with 1,095 downloads alone. This is just the audio, guys. This isn't looking at YouTube. This isn't looking at Twitch.
So that's what's really interesting this year is we actually probably had more hits on YouTube and Twitch than we did on audio, didn't we?
Yeah, YouTube and Twitch were really where we saw most of the views. Most of the people were hanging out there. The audio wasn't very good for some reason, but it looks like it went through a few waves, which is very interesting.
Waves?
Yes, because the next wave this year was in July with 921 downloads, just for the audio alone.
Yeah, crazy.
2024 is also where we started putting out aftercast episodes, which is the behind the scenes episodes of Lee and I basically getting ready for each podcast.
Did they go? Because I find them real pain in the backside to do, and I wasn't getting much feedback off them.
Because they're published through Patreon and they're only for patrons, so patrons get a very sneaky Spotify link that they can listen to this podcast, which is a reminder to all patrons, connect your Spotify to Patreon account and you get to see the aftercast episodes. We can't actually see any stats from that because Patreon use a third-party platform for providing the stats. And in order to do that, You sign.
You have to pay
podcast-
money.
You sign your podcast rights away,
Oh,
which is very sneakily hidden in the terms and
that's
conditions.
very sneaky.
So we haven't gotten any stats for the patron podcast.
Let's just say 10,000. Yeah, just
a
round it
million.
up. Yeah.
Everybody loves it.
A
Even
month.
though we don't have many patrons. That many patrons. You guys were listening on repeat, weren't you?
Exactly. Just on look. Well, no, they were passing it out. They were being sneaky, you see. They're like, no, log in my Patreon account. This is really good.
Share
That's
the
what's
link.
happening. Share an account. Do Netflix on us, basically.
I think if they share the... Oh, no, let's not say that because people might start pirating the podcast.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You
We'll
share
lose
the
all that money.
access link. I think you can get access to the podcast that way. So patrons, don't share your RSS link. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. The audience. This is very interesting every year. Where our audience comes from. Our audience lives in the States, basically. With this year being 72% of all listeners for the audio being in the States.
I'm so glad we decided to do a Kiwi podcast for
I know.
Kiwis.
I know, we're talking about Kiwi and Australia things, and the States listens to it.
Yep.
Which is even more interesting because the next point, the next place of
Why?
listeners is in Singapore.
Who's in Singapore listening to us?
Maybe it's Kiwis traveling to Singapore listening to us.
That's a weird stat.
Then next up is the United Kingdom
Which is basically 186. Just listen to it on repeat.
on repeat. I think it's 186 and Mark B.
Oh,
Those
Mark
two
B. That's right. Yeah, yeah.
basically have us on repeat. And then we have Australia.
Ah, the dodgy Aussies. Dodgy Aussies. Yeah.
Australia only makes up 3.42% of our total listeners for the year.
Beating Brazil, though.
No, the next thing is Brazil. And then it's New Zealand. We really thought, when we started this podcast, we thought these stats would probably be inverted. New Zealand at the top because no one else cares about...
There's no Kiwi podcast. There's no Kiwi gaming podcast. We don't class hog because there's too many Aussies in it.
Yeah, it's really strange. Then we have Canada. Very, very strange. But this is also interesting. Where in the world, like, let's go deeper into the actual locations. So in Australia, New South Wales seems to have most of our listeners.
And
at
whereabouts are you? You're Victoria, aren't you?
Yeah, Victoria with 17%.
So who's in New South Wales? Who's
Yes.
in Perth? Because there's nothing in New South Wales. There's basically Perth is there.
Yeah. Oh, no, New South Wales is Sydney.
Oh, the
Western-
other side. Oh, the other side. Oh, yeah, okay.
Very
Oh,
strange.
Western Australia would be the western side, obviously. There's one
Yep.
person who's listened to it.
Which is interesting because I thought ZNMS was in Brisbane. And he's in Queensland, which is up north. We don't have any listeners there. Does ZNMS listen to us? Or does he just...
Maybe he does it for a VPN to hide his location.
Ah,
Maybe
yeah.
he does it for a Singaporean VPN.
I was going to say, maybe he's the one in Brazil. In the US,
Yes.
California has 37% of all listeners.
That's because it's because Microsoft listened to us.
Yeah, there's Phil has told everyone at Xbox to listen to us.
Yep.
Which is great.
And some of them did.
And then Virginia. Who's in Virginia that we know?
Virginia. Where's Virginia? I can't even tell you where it is.
Virginia is above California by the looks of it,
Oh.
maybe. I don't know. We don't know.
Be Kingsman telling his friends, would it?
Maybe. Then we have Delaware, Oregon, North Carolina, Georgia.
Of course.
Clearly. I mean, but if we have a look at the actual map that Leah's showing on the stream, we're only missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 states out of the 51. 50?
No one in Hawaii, though, which is disappointing.
Yeah, come on, guys. Move to Hawaii, start listening to us. It's always good. Canada. People. Canada
You
listen
really
to us.
need to dig into this, didn't you?
I found this fascinating. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I like this. So Quebec is the current leaders with 85%,
So-
and then British Columbia with 10%.
Who do we know in Canada?
Matty.
Oh,
Matty's in Canada. So
is he travelling around a lot?
Yeah, maybe Matty is traveling around Canada.
Is he in the army now? Navy?
No, I think he's doing freelance stuff still. But he's probably
Oh.
traveling around and listening to us in all those states. And then finally, the UK. England reigns supreme with 95%. We have Wales at 3%, Scotland at 1%, and then unknown because
What is unknown?
Maybe it's like one of the small islands off like Ireland or somewhere.
The Outer Hebrides or something.
What's it? The Isle of Man.
The Isle of Man. No,
Do
that's not.
racing.
That's not. Okay, yeah, it's not. Yes, the south. Some south.
Brilliant. So we could go through the best episodes we released this year, but we can skip that because I think Lee's getting bored of these types of stats, and we will end off on our total downloads for the year.
That's what caught my eye. Was actually the one below.
Which one?
So our numbers. It's kind of interesting because in 2019 we were kind of peak, weren't we? We thought we were peak numbers. 2019, 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And because of COVID, the numbers dived horribly because everyone went home, basically, and didn't do any sort of moving around. But our numbers have recovered again, it seems.
Yeah, they're on the up and up, it looks like. So, all episodes...
Then, how much of YouTube has listened to us as well? That's what I want to know.
That's a good question. I should have pulled the YouTube stats, but I just...
Because our YouTube stats were insane this year.
Yeah, no, they were crazy. They were crazy good. So, all episodes... 33,000 downloads, 341 with 2024, 2022, and it looks like 2024 and 2022 being the best years so far, just under 20 or just over 2019 and 2020.
Which is crazy, considering we've got YouTube on top of that. I'm trying to get into YouTube. And Matty's in chat as well. I thought it was you, Matty. Hi, Matty. How's it going? Long time no speak, bro.
Lee,
can you sort out the email, please, on our XboxCast?
Let's have the meeting after the podcast, maybe.
Oh, okay, cool. I just thought I'd drop it in the now, so then you can think about it. Think of it as excuses.
So yeah, those are the podcast stats. Thank you guys to everyone who listens to the audio version. If you don't listen to the audio version and catch us on YouTube or Twitch, we would love to get those stats, but those are hard to get because one, I'm lazy, and two, I didn't look.
I've just got some stats real quick.
Cool.
So YouTube got 22.6 thousand views on YouTube.
Oh, nice. That's pretty good going.
I might just fix this so people can actually see what I'm looking at. Because there you go, 2.6 thousand. So that actually means we had like nearly 3,000 views last year.
Nice. So YouTube's kicking off a bit.
Kicking off completely, yeah. 1.2 thousand at watch times. 29% more than the year before. Oh, so 20% less. Actually, our YouTube's down from last year.
Ah.
But then it's up on the audio from last year. So that's kind of...
Maybe people have moved from YouTube to audio.
Yeah. Gone back to commuting again.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, because last year it was only 3,000 and it's 5.5 now. But it's actually... So that's... Yeah, so it's actually gone up. So subscribers have gone down by 2 people, which is funny.
Ah. People unsubscribing from us. Maybe we're just not that good.
Just hate us, which is really sad, but okay, I understand. 2002 impressions, we up 26%.
Is that for the year?
For the year, yeah.
Oh, that's a very low amount of impressions.
Is it? It's up 26%.
Oh, yeah.
Average view time of half an hour, which isn't bad.
Oh, yeah, so people tune in for about 30 minutes before they go.
The news is finished now, let's stop.
Or start. Talk about the news for just half an hour, Lee.
The news has started now. Let's finish. Get out. Yeah.
It's half an hour for us to get into the news, and they go and the charts and log off.
Interesting. Do like stats.
Very interesting.
We're such nerds. It's great.
We do like stats. They are great. Lots of fun. But all this to basically say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us wherever we are, wherever you find us, and for sharing us around, because we do have the fact that we've kind of blown up on YouTube, and the fact that our podcast stats are up this year shows that people are sharing us, because we haven't done any advertising.
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth is the best mouth.
Yes.
Cool. Now, meat of this podcast, the actual Game Awards.
Actual podcast bit, the name of the 2025 Game Awards. Sorry,
yes, taking us like 40-something minutes to get here, but we are now at the
Oh, can I just add one thing? Thank you to the AI for the music this year.
Yeah. The AI music has been a blessing and a curse. Absolutely love it.
You wait until you hear our outro music. It's incredible. It is the best music ever.
Oh, so good. So the Game Awards. If
Yes.
you know us by now, you know the categories that we have. We know that we nominate games we've played for the year, not games that have come out this year, unless we've played them the year that they came out. But we like to focus on games we actually have hands-on experience with, and our community does as well. So with that said, let's kick us off with the biggest surprise of 2024, Lee. This award is for which game came out, or which game or announcement came out, got cancelled, announced, anything that made you sit up and go, wait, what?
Huh?
Like, oh, it could be a good surprise, a bad surprise. It could be something that you were not expecting.
I'm trying to bring this on screen, but I don't think it works bringing it on screen. Okay, yes. So, I have an answer to this.
That's good. I'm glad you do.
Oh, really? I'll start. I'll get mine first, I think. I actually put out Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Oh, yes?
Because, you know when games are going to come out and you kind of see all the videos for them, it's been talking about this game for like 5 years, I think they have. Like it's been an insane amount of time.
I don't think it's been that long. I think it was kind of announced as a whoa, and then it was out a year later.
No, it's been been kicking around for a while.
Has it?
Anyway, so when you first saw the video, like, that looks incredible. Can't be that good, surely. They're not actually going to bring out a decent game. This is Microsoft, you know. They're going to fumble it. Or it'll just get cancelled forever. You know, games get cancelled and cancelled and cancelled, and they never actually come up. And then it came out, and it actually got high ratings, and it's really good.
Huh. What a good surprise.
I was like, oh, this is a really pleasant surprise.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, because you look at Fable. Hey, no, it's not going to come out, though.
Yeah, next year?
Half-Life 3? No, it's not going to come out, though.
Half-Life 3 is never coming out.
I know, but you know what I'm saying. Like, these games that you talk about all the time, they're going to come out, and they just getting pushed back all the time. GTA 6 is not going to come out next year; it's coming out the year after. Like, there's all this stuff that keeps getting pushed back. And this game just seemed to appear. They talked about it. They brought a really good start, and then it actually came out when they said it was going to come out. And they're like, "What?" And it's really good. What?
The fact that that's a surprise is like it shows the state of the industry, isn't it?
Do you know the top of the charts basically is this game and COD now?
Nice.
Like, that's quite impressive, really, considering COD. And it's a Game Pass game as well, so people are buying it still.
Oh yeah, heaps of people are buying it.
Yeah. So that's my surprise. I wanted to put it down because I only played an hour or two. I actually stopped playing it till after the Game Awards. So I didn't want it to poison my chalice of like what I'm thinking my game of the year is. I don't want to get it in there.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I started playing. I was going, actually, this is really good. No, I'll stop playing it. I might wait until after the Game Awards and I can play it properly. And maybe I can have it for next year's game of the year. Depending on what comes out next year. If anything comes out next year. So I'm pre-planning.
We have promises for next year.
There's lots of promises next year, but what actually comes out, who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? So yeah, Indiana Jones, Great Circle.
Cool. Yeah, biggest surprise of 2024 for me. I have a bad and a good.
Okay.
The good, Gears of War E-Day announcement.
Yes.
After the ending of Gears 5, you know, really disliking the direction they took with Kate and all the rest, that was a very good palate cleanser. Take us all the way back to Marcus and Dom. Yeah, I can't wait. I was so hyped. In fact, just watching the trailer now, I get hyped all over again. This is going to be such a cool game, and I really hope the Coalition do justice to the Gears franchise with this.
I hope it comes out.
I hope it does as well, because it's way too good. The bad? We all know what the bad is. Xbox going multi-plat and deciding to put their games on PlayStation. And then the report coming out that says there's no red lines. Basically, Halo could come onto PlayStation.
There's no could about it, bro.
Next year, Halo's going to be on PlayStation.
Yeah, there's already talk of remaking the first one, isn't there? The remaster is going to come to PlayStation, so yeah, the remaster of the Halo.
And it's frustrating because Xbox this year, in my opinion, hit it out the park with games. It is solid releases, solid games that were scoring high, that were really good. And if they just held off for 2 more years, they could have literally turned the entire thing around.
Activision, though.
Yeah.
You spend that sort of money, the lawyers get involved, or the money people get involved. That's the problem. As soon as that happened.
That is a problem.
Yeah.
It's annoying because really, you know, Xbox is finally hitting its stride that we wanted to for the past couple years. And they basically have just gone, we'll just throw that all away.
Oh, Xbox Game, the standard edition of Xbox Pass. Ultimate only having the day ones, all that sort of stuff is bad. Yeah, it's all bad. It's going to hurt the brand ultimately.
It's going to be interesting to see if Xbox recovers from this and what they'll look back on at the history of this period as.
Will Phil still be at Xbox next year?
I don't know. He's been very quiet.
He's been quiet all year, yeah.
But not to drag anyone down, we now move on to the listeners.
Well, you started it with your bad thing of the year.
Yeah, well, I said good. I was hyped about E-Day. So, listeners, what surprised our listeners? 186 was surprised by Dragon's Dogma 2. Since he's in chat, he can elaborate on what he means by that. I suppose it was a good game.
Or the fact so. Or the fact it even exists.
Yep. Oz was saying The First Ascendant surprised him.
I was surprised initially. I actually thought about putting that one down as a surprise, but then it kind of got a bit boring.
Yeah, it very much goes into its own cycle. It's gameplay loop, eh?
I can't do text.
Jim Bean.
The Beans.
Added. The Bean says, that Ant Simulator game, it gives me the shivers, but I'm glad it exists and it looks great. I'm scared to play it.
That's kind of got a cool story. I think we talked about it at the time. About the it's based on a book.
Yeah, the Empire of the Ants, based on
Empire of the Ants. Yeah, and it's based on. But basically, the ants have this whole world of like inner turmoil, politics, and all that, and it comes out in the game.
Oh,
just
fantastic.
Awesome! Such a cool idea.
Currently on sale, and I'm doing everything I can to not buy it.
Oh, really?
It looks fantastic.
Yeah,
Empire of the Ants.
I like the idea. It's a story mode ant game.
Yeah, you play as just a worker ant as well, not even like a strategy.
Oh, is that what you do, is it? And you just get involved in all the politics, I guess, as it happens around you.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And then ZNMS, his surprise for 2024, because we do like to throw shade every now and again at the competition, is Concord shutting down in 8 days. A game that cost $400 or something million didn't even last 8
Someone in chat got it for Christmas. Got the game.
I'm pretty sure that that's just a joke because no one hates their kid that much that they're going to give them Concord.
I would. I think it's a good collectible.
I don't know.
The game that was out for 8 days.
I think it's going to go be buried in the desert next to E.T. So that's the biggest surprise of 2024. Did we miss any? What are yours? Jump into the comments and let us know, or jump into our Discord and let us know. We're going to keep our Game Awards channel open for a while, probably till the end of January, so that you can debate and yell at us about everything we got wrong.
Tell us we're right. And Matty says One Leaves is the Xbox Game of the Year. XboxCast Game of the Year. That is a callback. Holy.
That's coming up. Don't you worry about that. Okay, best story. This is a game where you think the story was really, really good.
So actually, which story would you like to turn into a book or a movie? Is actually how it is, isn't it?
Is how it's phrased, yes. Because it's a really good story. And if they do the story well, like in a game, and it gets turned into a TV series that actually play along with the story, then it could be really good.
So what was yours?
Mine.
We should take turns.
Is a joke answer.
Oh.
Because of how over the top and how stupid the names are, I want to see The First Descendant as its series. Because what
was the baddie called? Craig, wasn't it, or something?
Craig or Clive or something.
Yeah, it was some ridiculous name. It was like, really?
Stupid name.
No, here comes Craig.
Yeah. Oh, watch out for Clive.
But it was consistent all the way through the game. It was just like really boring English names, basically, from like the 70s.
Yes. Like you have all these amazing place names, and then the developers were just like, what's the guy's name? I don't know.
Maybe they Googled getting guys' names in England or something, and that's what they came up with this weird website.
ChatGPT'd it.
Yeah. That's so odd.
Make a game. I need 10 male names.
Yeah.
The First Descendant, if it leans into its stupidity, could be quite fun as a movie.
Mm-hmm.
If they get the actresses right as well, then I think it could be really good.
Yeah. Love Action Bunny, says 186. Says it all, really. So, I did not go silly. I went Diablo 4. Just because of the cutscenes. I put it down, literally because of the cutscenes. Like they could just go and make. We talked about this actually, making Diablo into a TV series. You start on the first movie, the first Diablo,
Oh,
and
yes.
that can be season 1 almost, or however you split it up. But yeah, just go for each of the different sections. I think there's enough content there to make at least 5 or 6 seasons worth of decent anime, live action. Maybe they did some live action stuff before the DLC came out, didn't they? Which was kind of cool.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, Diablo 4, awesome. Like those guys are talented. They know how to put a good video together.
Blizzard know their CGI trailers so well.
They do, yeah. And they look incredible. Like that last one was insane how good it looked. The
Yeah.
guy at the end coming out of the water and all that sort of stuff was just awesome.
Yeah, everything about Diablo's cutscenes were incredible. And it's got a really cool story if you go through from the first all the way through to where we are now, Diablo 4.
Yeah. I do want to put a special mention out to Mafia 1, though, because I really enjoyed that story. It is very classic Mafia,
Oh,
but kind
yeah.
of cool. Like, I do like Mafia stories. It's kind of cool. So, yeah, that's a really good story. And how it's done, like in snapshots. You have,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
a scene. You have a guy interviewing a guy in a cafe and years ahead of time. He's talking to the cop, basically.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
almost handing himself in or handing in the rest of the guys, going,
Oh,
this
this
is
is
what
how-
happens. And then they snap back to actually play that section. And they go back to this talking. And they go. So it's really well done. And how a movie would done as well. You kind of imagine people doing it in a movie. Sat there chatting away and doing snaps, doing, what do you call it? Jump back in time, basically. To, yeah.
Oh, no, good answer. Mafia, I think, would be a really cool one.
It would be a good movie. Yeah. It's easy to make as well. Like it's
Oh.
Mafia. Everyone knows how to make Mafia movies.
The script is done for you.
Yeah. And it's very script heavy, I guess. So dialect heavy.
So fantastic.
Yeah.
So the best story for our listeners was Cooper put Astrobot, which was interesting.
That's
I
a
didn't-
shame. We have to remove him. I really like him. But
Yeah. 186 put Space Marine 2 as a good story. Well, I mean, for the Emperor, is there anything more to it than that?
did you play it? You were threatening to play it with Lee?
I'm still looking at it. It's on special, Lee, $80.
It's too much. I don't
No,
pay that much money.
don't ask.
Unless it's called Diablo, I don't pay that much money for games.
Oh, my word. Play it, buy it, join us, and let's play Space Marine together because it looks amazing.
I got, talking to Diablo, I got Keith up to level 25 Paragon.
Jeez, and once.
Level 6 to level Paragon 25 in one session. Yeah.
That's good job. Good job. Oz is with you with Diablo 4.
Vessel of Hatred. Yep.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Jim Bean says Star Wars Battlefront 2. I didn't cry, but the thought did occur to me. So probably the story for Star Wars Battlefront 2.
I don't even know what the story is in Battlefront 2.
Don't you play as like a defect from the Empire? Or do you play
Defected?
some?
Yeah, you
From-
do. That's right. Yeah. That's right. I have played that. Have I finished it? I think so. I think it's actually quite a cool story, actually, saying that. I'll take it all back. I think it's quite a cool story. I don't know about crying.
I think it's a cool story.
Yeah.
What I remember, but it is quite short, like 10 chapters or something. I still need to finish. I just
Of
keep
course you
jumping.
do. Of course you do, Carl. You haven't finished Diablo's first main campaign yet, so
I finished the expansion though, so I got to get some points for that. ZNMS,
yes.
he says Metaphor Refantasio, which does, because it's a Japanese anime game, it looks like it's going to be off the walls crazy.
Have you played this game yet?
Not yet. I bought the collector's edition.
I
I'm
know you
waiting.
brought the collectors, but I didn't know if you played it. Okay.
I'm waiting. I need to finish Persona 5 first. That's my main game at the moment. So moving along.
Moving in. Yep.
Moving into the best time sink. This is the game that basically ate up your life for 2024. It's the game that when you jumped in, hours disappeared, days turned to night, and suddenly you realized you hadn't eaten in a week. Often, I know what Lee's answer is, because playing together, Lee would say, "Oh, I need to go get dinner." And I'd look, and it would be like 9 o'clock my time, which is 11 p.m. your time, which would be hilarious. So, Lee, your time sink is?
I'm not even going to say it. What do you reckon it is? Actually, even more of an interesting question. What was it last year?
It was Diablo 4.
Right. So what do you reckon it was this year?
Diablo 4. How many hours in total have you put into this game
Ooh,
now?
let's have a look. A couple, 1 or 2.
A couple? Just 1 or 2?
Yeah, not that many. Because that'd be like I was obsessed playing the game or something. That'd be ridiculous. Diablo 4. Let's look at true achievements. See what true achievements will tell me. some amount of numbers, 685 and 28 minutes.
Is that it only in 2024?
No, that's over 2 years.
Okay, well...
Well, it came out in June, didn't it? 23.
Yeah, so a year and a half, 18 months.
18 months, yeah. I don't know, can I look at that stat? I don't know if I can look at that stat for how many hours I put into it this year. Oh, I know how I can do it because... because my Xbox One tells me how many hours I put into it. 350 hours this year.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, that's like 10 weeks.
I've only put 50 hours into Diablo 4 this year. And I thought that was a lot. That's crazy.
35 hours I put into the first Descendant, actually, interestingly.
Pretty good.
Yeah. That's so funny. So, yeah, I've played that game a lot. And it probably is. But even, like, playing with Keith, what day was it? A couple of days ago?
Yeah.
That was a good, like, 2-3 hours easy.
Oh, it's the 2-3 hours disappears really quickly when you're just dragging someone through from level 1 to Paragon 25.
25. It's when you guys were like, just stand at the doorway and sort out your Paragon points. And he's like, oh, okay. And you just see them. I can just see your levels go ping. Especially at the beginning. Ping, 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 ping. You were getting like 4 levels at a time and stuff.
I was standing next to him when you did the first stronghold or something.
The pit, wasn't it?
Yeah, one of the pits. And he went in at level 8 or something. Yep. And then he stood next to me and he was level 17 at the end. That was just the one boss. He just went ping, one big ping from level 8 to 17. It's like, yep, okay. And the next time you went in, he went to like level 32 or something.
31, that's right, it was, yeah, level 31 or something. Yeah, for sure.
Crazy. So yes, if you're looking to level in Diablo 4, hit Lee up.
Yeah, just come and hang out with me for 5 minutes, I'll level you up.
That'll be insane. Time sync for me, this should come as no surprise, but it was Satisfactory and thinking about Satisfactory.
And was this the year of the whiteboard?
Well, I was drawing plans on my iPad and actually doing manual maths next to these plans.
How was that going with working out percentages of things?
You don't need to work out percentages. You just go, Miner can do 200 a minute. The conveyor belt can carry this many a minute, and the smelters can only do 30 a minute. How many smelters do I need? That'll give me so many iron ingots. How many do I need to make so many screws? Yes, it's lots and lots of planning. But the Satisfactory save this year hit 2,000 hours, and we started that last year, October. And thinking about Satisfactory was the other time sink, because I probably spent about 6,000 hours this year thinking about Satisfactory. Just working out plans, talking to Jeremy about Satisfactory, sending him my designs, not even playing the game, just talking to him about the game.
So my time is nothing at all compared to yours then?
No, Satisfactory.
Amateur numbers.
Satisfactory is crazy for me. So 2,000 hours was the save, that it hit the save this year, and that was before 1.0 came out, and we reset it.
Are you ever going to finish the game?
Lee, you know me. Games, finishing games happens to other people.
Funny.
Yes. Our listeners, let's turn to them and see what they say. So, the best time sync. Cooper says Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
See, I played that once.
Oh.
And that was it.
Interesting.
I was like, it's COD.
I mean, people are loving it at the moment. You can play as Nicki Minaj that summons a unicorn to fart on you.
You certainly can.
It's very strange how the game's evolved, hasn't it?
It has changed slightly from my days. Back in Destiny 2 days, I used to play those sort of games.
We blame Fortnite for most of this.
I cannot wait until Nicki Minaj revises Diablo, though.
What will her class be? 186 says Helldivers 2, which is fair enough, I reckon. Helldivers 2 is a really good game to just lose hours and hours to, especially if you have friends.
I haven't got any friends.
Oz says Genshin Impact.
Interesting. So is that the mobile version or the Xbox version or the...
Maybe it's both, because it's a simple game.
Is it all cross-play platform then, is it?
Cross-platform, carries your save across, it's fantastic.
No.
The Chinese have been really showing us how to do proper games this year. Jim Bean, the Beans.
The Beans.
No Man's Sky, as always.
Yeah,
And I
that's
can
fair.
attest, whenever we jump into No Man's Sky, hours just disappear. Like, you start playing and suddenly you go, oh, it's bedtime. I got work in the morning. No Man's Sky is a great game, and they're just adding so much to it, as always. And ZNMS says Far Cry 6, which is a very interesting game for being a time sink.
Yeah, although it is a typical Ubisoft game where there is just dots of things to do everywhere.
Yeah, there's always dots of things to do everywhere.
Yeah, so maybe that's what he does. He goes in and goes, oh, what's that dot? And then ends up spending hours collecting all the dots.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played any Far Cry games.
Oh, you should. Some of them are really good.
Yeah, some of them. I played 3 actually. A multiplayer 3. I lie. I played multiplayer 3 because Kingsman wanted help doing some missions. So I literally jumped in and do multiplayer and that was it.
Number 3 is good. Number 5 is also really good, apparently.
Ah, okay. Not 6 though. 6 is not supposed to be very good. Which is why his time sync is kind of interesting.
Yeah, very strange. So, our next category is the best looking. This is the award for the best graphics. What game, when you load it up, made you say, wow? Best graphics. Lee?
Me. Cyberpunk 2077.
Fair.
DLC came out this year. Oh, amazing looking game. Like, it's incredible how good that game looks.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and if you go on PC, obviously they've got all the mods and stuff to it now. The realistic mods they've added to it, things like that. Like, it's just an incredible game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
I wish they hadn't abandoned Red Engine.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I guess it's just hard.
Yeah, it's hard, but it's got that really cool look to it that I really like.
Especially in Cyberpunk. That game, if you go and jump into it now, it does look incredible. Like, it's a beautiful looking game.
It's still so good. I jumped in the other day to try and see if I could
To finish the campaign.
to start again, Lee, because patch 2.2 allows more cosmetics, more hats, more faces.
You don't need to start again. You can just jump in with your existing save, and it tweaks your guy.
It's true, actually.
Yeah, you don't need to.
I must have a look at that then. Luckily, I didn't delete my save. Cyberpunk is a fantastic game. It's got a really good look to it. Red Engine's amazing what they've managed to do with it.
Yep.
And I'm really hoping the new Cyberpunk doesn't just look like Unreal Engine 5.
Yes, but we know it will.
Every other game is at the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
For me, the best looking was an Unreal Engine 5 game. The First Descendant.
Oh, really? Interesting.
I mean, when we first started that up, that was pretty good looking.
I thought it was okay.
Oh, no. I think when they were zooming in on the characters and actually doing proper cutscenes, it looked really cool.
Yeah, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That First Descendant was really good for that, like, 3 weeks we played it, basically, as far as I can work out.
Need to just jump in and complete it. Just finish it off. Just finish the story and
It's
kill.
just boring, though. You just have to go back and do the same boss each over and over again. That was what got boring about it. Well, that's what I got stuck doing.
I know. And that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a very
Interesting.
grindy game, but it is free to play.
Yes. Yeah. Interesting choice, actually. I'm quite surprised.
Oh yeah. The listeners, the game's graphics that stood out. Cooper says Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Good choice. Yeah.
Fair enough. It looks fantastic.
Does look
especially-
awesome. Yeah, it's really well done. Yeah.
Did you see the new patch that updated the lighting mods?
I've just not played it because I'm not looking at it until after this. Because I didn't want to get distracted and go into it and then go, actually, this is Game of the Year. And this is the best game. And this should be made into a movie. And it has got the best audio. Because it will have all those things.
Give it all the awards.
Yeah, and it will be the most surprise. It will just be the whole, win everything, basically.
The clean slate except for time sync.
Well, it depends. Because if I start playing it, then that's me for like a week. But actually,
I don't think there's 600 hours in a week, though.
No, true. Yeah.
Well, not with that attitude. 186 says Dragon's Dogma 2 as the best graphics, and it looks really good.
Interesting, yeah.
I've got it on my wish list on Xbox, but I'm debating whether I buy it on the Xbox app on PC instead. Because it looks really cool. It looks like one of those games you can really push the graphics along.
Some sort of... Don't you run around with a big sword hitting things? Is that the game?
No, I think you have a group of people with big swords hitting things.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool.
The Beans says Star Wars Battlefront 2. Look at the snow.
She should play some new games, you know. 'Cause I'm just looking at the games she's been playing. She looks at Ant Simulator from a distance, hasn't played it. Star Wars Battlefront 2 from 2018. because we just looked at it. No Man's Sky from how long is that game for? 10 years?
2016.
16? Okay.
First
And now
10
she's on Star Wars Battlefront 2 again.
Oh, yes.
She should get out more.
ZNMS says Senua's Saga Hellblade 2.
Yeah, that's an excellent call, actually. Yes, I've got that. I installed both of those games to play them this year.
Oh man, you really should just sit down. Just take a weekend. You can do Hellblade 1 on Saturday, Hellblade 2 on Sunday. Easy.
Yep. I think they're like 7 or 8 hours, isn't it? Number 2.
Yeah, it's quick. They're quick games.
Yeah.
Quick games.
And headphones on.
Oh yeah, got to use headphones. Got to turn on all the Dolby Atmos and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good. Next up, the category for the best multiplayer game. This also includes couch co-op. Let's start off with the listener awards first.
Yes, because yes.
Just to shake things up a bit.
Good idea.
So multiplayer. Cooper says The First Descendant.
Interesting. I don't think anyone's playing that game still, but interesting. Okay.
The multiplayer is kind of like, it's okay, it's average. You know, it's like the minimum you expect.
Yeah, it's fun. It actually is fun multiplayer. I did lots of multiplayer in that game. I basically played the whole game multiplayer because it was really good at mixing it with people. Like, because you can join each other's, like random persons doing a mission you're doing, you just join them in multiplayer. And that was a kind of cool little function. I don't think anyone else does that.
You just jump in, and it always fills up your party with randoms running around as well.
Well, if they're doing the same mission as you, they just join you.
Nice and easy.
Yeah, so it's actually really cool. Like, it really well do. And I don't think anyone does that, does they? Does anyone else do that?
I don't know. There's
Destiny
a few.
2?
Destiny 2, I think. Diablo, you could basically just jump in with anyone on your friends.
No, you can't. No, you have to join. You have to. Yeah, your friends, but this is people not on your friends list on Descendant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just randoms.
Yeah, because it's not even matchmaking. It's just
No.
you just start a mission and people are doing it.
If they're doing that mission, they join you, and vice versa. If you start a mission and someone else starts it, they just join you, and then you do it together.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
186 got Helldivers 2. That looks really fun for multiplayer. Can't wait for that to come onto Xbox. Oz, Diablo 4.
Yeah, good choice. Good work.
Good.
High five.
The Beans says Overcooked, the first one, which she finally 100%ed. She had so much fun with Jeremy and us. We'll treasure these memories for a long time.
Again, a game that came out in 20... God knows when that came out.
And Zed says The First Descendant as well.
Ah, interesting.
Interesting. Mr. Lee, what did you have?
Diablo 4. What else would there be? That's the only game I play in multiplayer. See, I really miss multiplayer games because everyone used to play them. No one seems to play them as much now.
Yeah, it's very strange how it's gone through a wave like that, eh?
Because I used to play games, all randomly join people and go, "What are you playing? Oh, cool, let's just jump in and play." But now it doesn't happen. I don't know what's going on. Other people playing COD. I did COD multiplayer, and I was like, "Oh, but it's COD. It's just a frustrating game. I don't like it."
No, I'm with you there. The COD multiplayer, not so much. But if someone were to buy Space Marine 2, you know, your fire team is 3 people like Destiny.
But how often will you play?
I'll probably play a lot during
once?
holidays.
That's the problem. Like, no one's playing these games. Like, it's like, I don't know. And then with Diablo 4, I'm playing it on my own anyway. And if people join me, that's great. That's kind of how.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with Warhammer Space Marine 2, I believe you can just join with randos as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll see. If there's any patrons listening that want us to join in with their Space Marine 2 adventures, well, you know, you could have just ship us a code. Just drop a code into chat. Here we go, Lee.
There
Here
you
we
go.
But otherwise, I'm just going to consistently bug you, Lee, aggressively invite you to buy Space Marine 2.
Well, it's my birthday today. Buy it for me for my birthday. Here you go.
Oh, it's Lee's birthday as well, everyone. So there we
There
go.
you
Buy us Space Marine 2 for Lee's birthday.
Not for yourself, for me.
No, 2 copies.
Oh, 2 copies. Okay.
One for Carl, one for Lee. Because it's his birthday. So buy me the standard edition and get Lee the deluxe edition.
Oh, there you go.
Or the hats.
Done with the hat, please. Yes.
For me, the best multiplayer game that we played this year was Dying Light, the first one.
Oh, that game in parkour annoyed me too much.
Oh my word, this game is so stressful at night, Lee. Oh my word, when it turns to night in the game, you just, where are we going? Are we running? Are we hiding? Behind you, Carl. Someone keeps yelling, behind you. And I'm like, I don't care, I'm just running. So the first Dying Light, really cool game.
I played that like one session with you, maybe.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And I got really annoyed because there's a mission to get on top of these poles.
Yeah.
And you jump, 4, jump, 4, jump 4, 4, jump 4. I'm like, no, I just can't be bothered anymore.
Yeah.
Like, this is not fun.
We played last night, and this is hilarious. It took us like 20 minutes to relearn the controls because A is not jump. Your bumper is jump, and then the other bumper is like kick, and then it's so the controls are very strange. They're not normal, but once you get the hang of it, the controls are super good at parkour, like running around and just jumping and leaping over things.
Mm-hmm.
But then, of course, you go to any other game, and A is
it's different.
so,
It's like The Witcher, isn't it? Witcher 2 is the same. Controls are just weird.
controls are all different.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Next category, the best score, the music that brought tear to your eyes.
I was stuck with this one because I'm a bit like Simone. She put what music? I kind of completely agree because I think Diablo is really good music, and it changes as you're playing. Mm-hmm. But I really like the Mafia music because it fitted the game perfectly.
Oh, yeah. So then you're caught between a music that suits the game or music that's just really good.
That's really good.
Like Diablo 4's music suits the game really well as well.
It does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, true. Yeah. Especially the new music, actually. The DLC music is better or different compared to the original music. You know when you're in the DLC area because the music's different and it kind of stands out. A bit more drums, a bit more jungly, I guess you'd call it.
Right.
So there you go. That's my choice. I'm not sure. Maybe Diablo because it's Diablo, but then liked Mafia 1 was kind of cool.
So
there was no tears.
Honorable mention.
Yeah, there's no tears anyway.
No tears.
How about you?
Best score, Diablo 4.
Oh, you didn't put Diablo 4. Okay.
Whenever we're playing, Lee, how often do I comment on how good the music is?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Lee will be off busy murdering people, and I'm just trying to stay alive. And I'll just say to him, Lee, this music is incredible.
All I'm doing is evading. That's all I'm doing. People just die around me when I evade. I'm not sure. Well, I'm not attacking them.
Not sure how that works.
No, exactly.
And Diablo 4, the music that they did was really, really good. Like, it suits the game down to a T. And if you stop and just listen to it whenever you're in a different area, it reminds me of the music of Diablo 2, where it changed depending on the area you were in, but also suited the area really well. So I'd really think that with Diablo 4, the cutscenes, the music, they've just knocked it out the park. They've made a really fun game.
Yes, yeah. I think so too. I think it's all right. Yeah, I think they've done a decent job.
A very good job. Wait and see. Hopefully they bring out another expansion, actually. Because I don't want them to start to ignore it and start working on Diablo 5 just yet, you know?
Because how long has Diablo 3 been around for?
Years. But that only got one expansion.
Yeah, true. I hope they do one a year. There's no reason not to do one a year.
Yep. Especially one a year with the seasons will be perfect.
They've done really well. This is why the game's still going, because the seasons are quick.
Yes.
They're long enough to be like, you get through all the stuff and then... yeah. Hey, Badass Rockets, how's it, mate?
So, music for our listeners. Cooper says Astrobot as well. 186 also said Astrobot because he said none stood out.
Yeah, he has the same issue as me.
Oh. Oz said Test Drive Unlimited, Solar Crown.
Who's playing that game other than Oz? That's the question, really, that I have.
The Beans asks us, what music?
Yeah, I get that.
Zed says Metaphor Refantasio, which is good.
Yes.
My second answer for that music was going to be Persona 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Right. Our next category. What are we hyped for in 25? What are we getting excited about? What can we not wait to come out in 2025?
Doom.
That's also my first answer.
It's easy. I was actually going through. I was like, what's coming out in 2025? I was thinking like that. I actually saw one of the guys said it. The what's it called? The South of Midnight. I thought that actually looks quite cool.
Yeah, South of Midnight. The more they show of it, the cooler it looks.
But it does look like it could be a whole Souls-like as well.
Oh no! Don't say it's a Souls-like.
Because I was watching the fighting and there was lots of dodging going on. So that's But then I was going through one Doom, easy, Doom. You have a shield which kills people, and you shoot skulls back at people's faces to kill them. Like
Crush skulls.
What do you want?
Beautiful.
Oh, Badass Rockets. It's the XboxCast, mate, on YouTube. If you want to come and join the other randoms.
So, for me, I've got 3 games because I am hyped for all 3. It is Doom, because I mean, like you say,
Because Doom.
it's Doom. It's gonna be amazing. Expedition 33, because it's a JRPG made by French people, which is going to be very cool.
Yes. Okay. Interesting. Yep.
And then I've got Monster Hunter Wilds as well.
I just don't like the loop. The loop's too long in Monster Hunter.
When I get into Monster Hunter games, it's all I play for ages. They're just so good.
You're entitled to your opinion.
Thank you, Lee. I'm glad I am.
Oh, the weird cat game that's coming out. Catty, or whatever it's called.
Ah, the cat AR game.
Yeah. Can't forget about that one. Thanks, badass.
Right. Our
Yes.
listeners for 2025. Cooper says Forza Horizon 6. It hasn't been announced yet, but I think it'll happen.
In Japan.
Oh, it's got to be in Japan. I mean, they mucked up so bad.
You know what? They're not going to do it in Japan ever just because of this reason. Because everyone thinks it's going to be in Japan. They never do it.
They
They'll
have
probably
to,
do it in the Arctic or something.
like the Arctic Circle.
The Arctic Circle.
Oh, it's definitely going to be the coolest game of the year.
Yes.
186 says GTA 6.
It's not coming out next year, bro. Sorry. Next
It's
year
not.
after. Not coming out this year.
Yeah, that answer we reject.
Yep.
Oz?
Also, second trailer of the game's coming out today, supposedly.
That's exciting.
Could be out now, actually.
Ah, maybe we should end on that. Oz says Fable. Is Fable coming out this year? Next year?
Again, I don't know.
What?
You're hopeful. I like the hope there, but
Yeah, definitely. The Beans says South of Midnight.
I agree, actually. The game looks amazing. I'm concerned about the Souls-like, though, but we'll see.
Also-
Non-Souls-like, I'm well behind this game. I love a good single player, run around, weird stuff going on game, but
Yeah, it looks great.
yeah.
ZNM, he said the Outer Worlds
Yeah,
2.
see, this game looks incredible as well.
Yeah, the Outer Worlds 2 does look
But
good.
Doom.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sorry,
Doom.
you're all wrong, Doom.
It's like, there's a reason Doom is on the top of both our hearts. Doom.
It's Doom. The other games would be cool, but Doom.
But Doom. It's Doom. How can you guys not like Doom?
If you don't, you're wrong.
So, next up, we have honorable mentions.
You
Which
know,
game not the best but stood out for some reason?
so I played quite a few games in April. And I
Like-
just...
All
Like-
of them.
all of the games in April. 103,000 gamer score in 1 month I did.
So that's like 103 games you played, just about.
Oh, yeah, true. So what I decided to do was ignore all those games because I don't think any of them stood out. So that's a caveat. I played a lot of games this month, but I didn't play. I was like, I can't even remember. I was looking through them and go, what games stood out were really good? And I was like, I can't even remember. I might have to listen to the podcast from April because I did mention at the time. So I've only put one game down as honorable mention, which is Goat Simulator 3.
Oh, okay. Was
Because
that
I
fun?
really enjoyed that game.
Huh.
It's way better layout than number one. Because the missions are kind of cool, like funny. Like, do like slow motion along on the beach, and you get the Baywatch award, and it's things like that. Like that's one that stuck out. I was like, that was brilliant. Like having a goat running in slow motion, and you don't use slow motion any other time in the game, but there's an option to run in slow motion for this one achievement. I'm like, that's incredible. Yeah, all the callbacks to it, like the start of Skyrim and things like that. Like they're just so clever. It was such a clever game.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and multiplayer's funny because it's actually like you can just muck around in multiplayer in a proper kind of like, let's go and do this one, we'll do in slow motion. Let's go and do this and do all the little missions together and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's great. Goat Sims.
Goat Sim 3, it was awesome, really well done, and
Nice.
multiplayer, really good multiplayer.
Oh, fantastic. Easy to jump into.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Like, I hate Goat Simulator 1 because it's so dumb. Like, it was just dumb, but this one's actually dumb, but in a kind of, oh, yeah, that actually is kind of funny to do. Yeah,
Nice.
it was good.
Goat Sim 3. I love how they just skipped 2 as well.
I know, yeah. So Goat Sim. Bloody goats.
So good. Honorable mentions for me. Call of the Wild, the Angler.
Yeah, that's right.
It didn't win any awards, but it was a peaceful game. It was one of those games where I'd load it up, I'd fish for a bit, and then I'd wake up from a nap on the couch. Just like real
Didn't you
fish.
say it took ages to get to places? Like it's say you have to fish at this river and it's like a 2-hour walk to get there.
Yeah,
It's like a real time 2-hour walk to get there.
to really get there. It was really good.
It was really good. Just
so,
had a
it's like
snooze.
so sim fishing is really funny. My other honorable mentions is Harold Halibut.
That was a cool game. Yep.
That was quite fun.
Yep.
Need to get back into it. And then a game I started recently called Terra Invicta.
Oh, I know this game for some reason.
The game we spoke about on the podcast a while ago. It's like a 4X strategy game where aliens crash land on the planet and you have to kind of build up your defenses in the solar system. This game is complicated AF.
Oh, it's like it looks like Risk or something almost.
Yeah, it's like it's a version of Risk where you go past the world and into the solar system.
Oh.
It's crazy. It is so complicated. I don't even know what I'm doing, and somehow I'm winning.
Brilliant. You're not doing it wrong. Whatever you're doing right.
Yeah. Whatever I'm doing it right. It's not wrong, or it's clearly not as bad as the computer's playing. But it's crazy complicated. It's fantastic the amount of depth you can get into in this game. And if you like Risk, check out this game. It's on Game Pass, and it's currently on sale for like $20.
Oh.
So definitely check it out.
Because I thought it looked a bit PC-like, that game.
It's on PC, yep. So I'm playing it through the Xbox app on PC, but it is very complicated. My word, it's crazy.
Yes. Cool.
So, listeners, what did you put?
Listeners, those people.
Your honorable mentions.
Oh, yeah.
Cooper puts Diablo 4. Interesting for an honorable mention since it's being so well received between us two. Fallout 76 and F124.
Actually, I forgot about my steering wheel I brought. Which I'd put in as my honourable mention for my steering wheel.
Ah, yes.
For $67, that was a really good investment, I think.
Very much so. You have an entire review on last week's podcast.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Which is great. 186 says his best war game could have been Concord, but for different reasons.
Well, that's true. Honourable mentions can go either way. It doesn't have to be because it's really good.
Yeah, it could be because it lasted 8 days.
It was a thing.
Osbar Fanatic, he says Dragon Age the Veilguard.
Interesting. Yep.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Yep.
Hidden Cats in Santa's
No.
Row.
No.
Hidden Cats in Spooky.
No. You just need to stop it.
DC Universe Online.
Okay.
Funko and Dead Island 2 are honorable mentions. The fact that 2 honorable cat game mention hidden cats.
I don't know. I think he's got a problem.
The Beans says thank you to the patrons who requested she plays Botany Manor. What a fun game and totally her vibe. Shout out to the Hidden Cats series. Great game to play with people who don't really enjoy gaming. See, Lee, Hidden Cats. It's a sign.
But I enjoy gaming, so that's why I'm not playing it. Does that mean Oz doesn't enjoy gaming as well, though?
Maybe.
Interesting.
And ZNM, he says, Halo Infinite, he tried getting back into the multiplayer, but it was just so taxing.
Yeah, I keep talking to Kingsman actually about going back and doing it on, what's hard mode, whatever it's called, heroic?
Ah, Lasso.
Yeah, doing the whole game from start to finish. And we start doing it.
Skills on or something.
Yeah, doing the whole campaign with it on. We start doing it, but then we're like, oh, we should go back. Yeah, we should. That's kind of what happens. That's all. It just kind of stops at that conversation.
Our second to last category is a little bit of a downer, but if you know us, you know why it's a bit of a downer. This is our anti-game for 24. This is the game that just disappointed you. You questioned your life. You almost gave up gaming. You just wanted to know why you were playing this stupid game. And you didn't even quit the game before you uninstalled it.
Oh, that's interesting. So I actually completed this game. In an angry way almost. Like a disappointed way. And I've started it now, might as well finish it, sort of.
Kick us off. What game is that?
Mafia 2, actually.
Oh, okay.
Simply because Mafia 1 was so good.
Oh, yes.
And Mafia 2 was completely different to it. It was just bad. And I was already confused.
How did they manage to ruin something that they did so well?
They made it into like a GTA game. That's how they did. They're like, what we should do, we should make it open world. And then you can drive to all the different locations.
Oh, man.
So much driving in that game.
Not every game needs to be GTA.
No.
Just do your own thing. Mafia 1 was really good. Literally, number 2 should be that plus better.
Different story.
Yep. Well, the Mafia, the old country.
I'm looking forward to that, though.
That looks really cool.
Yeah, it does look really... It looks really cool as well. It looks amazing. Yes. Yep. I can get behind that. As long as they don't make it to Mafia 2 Old Country GTA 7 or something, then it should be all good.
Just go back to the Mafia 1.
Just go back to that story. That way of doing the story. Yeah, that's way better. So yeah, Mafia 2.
Okay, interesting. My anti-game was a game that we played during April. Fancily that.
I've got so many. I could list. That's why I ignored April, because I had so many bad games I played in April. It's like
it's so many games that you just boot up just for the points.
Actually, that stupid Postman game does stand out.
Postman?
Yeah, that was terrible. That game.
Yeah, no, it's not great. So, anti-game is DPS Idol.
Oh, I love that game. I played that game twice.
Oh, I played it
You're
twice.
wrong.
So
You played
bad.
that game's amazing.
So badly. I'm sitting there hating myself and just trying to get the achievements just for April, just to do something. Oh, it's...
I did that game in work, actually. It was quite funny. I did it on PC and laptop. My working laptop. I was like, wait a minute. I can play this game because you just go and like push it and guide it to go and do something, and then you leave it alone. So I'll just go and do some work, tweak it and leave it, and then go back an hour later and go, oh, right, cool, it's got that achievements.
Oh, it's so annoying. I hated this game so
I know
much.
you hate because you were like, how did you complete this on Xbox? I was like, I just got into it. It was great.
You just start up the game and go make dinner.
Yeah, no, but I was actually really enjoying it. I actually enjoyed it. Generally enjoyed playing that game. I don't know why, but it kind of got my like ease. You know, my dad builds on games sometimes. I think that's why, because I can just go and do.
Dad build.
Yeah, I can dad build a game and it's okay because that's what you're supposed to do. Like it's awesome. There's a new one. Have you played the new one? The Idol. What is it called?
No, we're moving on.
Okay, cool.
I don't want any more of these idle nonsense games. That's so bad. I'll probably end up having to play it in April anyway.
Yes, it's exciting.
The other thing that disappointed me was East Asia Soft suddenly going through all their games and adding an extra like 20 million gamer score to it.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Every East Asia Soft game you've bought for April suddenly has probably about 2,000 more gamer scores.
That's as exciting for April, though, isn't it?
Yeah, stupid.
I'm going to get 400,000 this year. For next year.
400,000, that's crazy. The listener awards for the anti-game.
Yes.
Cooper, can't think of any. 186. This is a good call out. Dustborn.
Oh, I don't remember this game.
This game peaked at 86 players on Steam. After all the hype,
Oh, that's exciting.
trailers, the media trying to push it along, it peaked at 86 players on Steam. And I think over the holidays there was one person playing it, and they've traced back the IP to figure out it was the developer.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oz says 15-1 solitaire.
Why? How can you hate solitaire?
I mean, if it's
you know what you're going to get is solitaire. It's card games. I don't understand how you can hate on that. It is solitaire.
But 15-1 solitaire? Maybe just give me one solitaire.
What is it though? Is it 15 games
I don't know.
of solitaire?
It's Chinese games where it had like 1,001 games on the cartridge.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I want to know what it is now though.
Yeah. The Beans says Fallout 76. And it's not because Fallout 76, but because it was just so boring.
I completely agree. She's completely right with that. You know.
Yeah, I can overlook some bugs, but it was a total snooze fest. Give me back my lightsabers.
Yeah, no. So I played it after the TV program.
Yeah, I think
I was
everyone
like, jump back in.
shows.
Played it once and was like, I now know why I'm not playing this game, and jump back out again.
It's not Fallout. It's just boring.
It's just boring. It's just wrong.
Boring. And ZNMS said Halo Infinite. considering his last answer, this is no surprise.
Agree as well, actually. Halo Infinite is very disappointing.
I think it's still good.
It's a meh. It's like, it's got no. It doesn't kick you in the face like it's amazing, but then it's not that bad that it's disappointing. It's just meh.
Yeah. I'll send you a video where that you'll listen to this guy and you'll be like, huh, he thinks like me.
Okay. So collection of 15 different solitaire games: Freestyle, Pyramid, Golf, Klondike, and more. So that's what it is. 15 in one.
Interesting.
There you go. Sorry, it's bugging me. I need to know. So, should we do our game of the year first, or do the listeners' game of the year first?
Let's do the listeners. This is the big award, the final award that we're giving out today. This is the Game of the Year 2024. After all the games you've played, after the hard yards you put in April, what game came out on top? Listeners, we'll start with Zed NMS. His Game of the Year is Metaphor Refantasio.
A good choice. I believe that is a good choice.
Yes, looking at all the reviews for it, fantastic choice. It looks amazing. Jim Bean, the Beans, says, Overcooked You Beauty. Now on to Overcooked You.
That's so cute that she's moving to 2020. That's so cute.
Oz says Indiana Jones and the Great.
That's why I stuck away from it though.
Yep. Because you just know that it's gonna be. It's just good. It's got such good reviews.
It is just good though. Like I played it, and it is just that good.
Yeah, it is. It's probably the true Game Awards winner this year.
I think so. Yeah.
None of this Astrobot nonsense.
No, that's a PlayStation game as well. So
186, our resident PlayStation fan, he put Black Myth Wukong,
which is surprising, actually.
I'm hanging out for this game to come onto Xbox Lee. I want to play as a monkey with a staff.
Will it come out though?
Eventually. I think it's timed exclusive. We'll probably see it in February, 6 months.
Oh, that's right, because we discussed that, didn't we? It was 6 months, so February, yeah. Was it?
February.
Yeah, we won't, exactly 6 months after it comes out.
It'll be on Xbox, yep.
Yeah, that's true.
And then Cooper put Astrobot.
Wow, he's really disappointed me this year.
Yeah.
I used to like the guy, but this year, I'm not so sure, no.
Oh, we still love you guys. Some of your answers are clearly very, very
You're
wrong.
just wrong, basically. That's the problem.
Wrong. Now, Mr. Lee, we all know what your Game of the Year is.
You do not. I bet you don't. No, you don't.
Oh,
I changed it. No, I changed it.
Oh, you changed it? Okay, drum roll, please.
So, that's funny.
What?
Mine says 2022 on my notes. I didn't update my notes. This is exciting.
Okay, Lee's changing it because we all know what the answer is.
No, I'm not. No, seriously. I've not touched any of my answers since we began. I put down Mafia 1.
That is a big surprise.
I know. That's what I thought. Because I thought, well, Diablo is Diablo.
Yes, it's not
and
going...
it would be like my happy place. My destiny too, maybe.
My happy place.
It is my happy place. It's a cool place to go when you're bored and you're like, I don't want to watch TV. I'll go on Diablo and just kick some butt.
Yes.
And they added multiplayer in there so you can just join with people in groups as well.
Oh, fantastic.
So there's always someone to play with. When you go in, there's always people to play with. It's cool. So Mafia 1, yeah, it's just great. It's just a great game. It's not too long. It's episodic stories, episode things where when you drive somewhere, which is what Mafia 2 didn't do, they have a conversation which gives you backgrounds and gives you information about what's happening. So when you get there, you've got this little bit of a story increase, which is cool. And then you do the mission, and the mission finishes, there's more chatting, and it's like, and then the next time it just builds on it. Every time it builds on it. Nice. There is open world stuff, but I didn't care. I just went, whatever. Like this thing, pick up magazines and whatever they do. It plays fine. Like gunplay's fine. Everything is fine. Gunplay's really easy, actually, which makes it doesn't get in the way of you just dying constantly because it's really hard. There's racing cars. You can do all sorts of stuff. It's great. It's great, and it's not too long. Play it. Just play it. It's awesome. It's really well done. Just play the game.
It's on Game Pass, isn't it?
Yeah, the DE. I played the DE version, so it's quite pretty as well. Like it's a nice looking game as well.
It looks amazing.
Mafia 1.
Mafia 1, Game of the Year for Lee.
I think so. Yeah, it's an awesome game.
Nice. My Game of the Year is Persona 5 Royale. I restarted it and I'm now 30-something hours into it. Fantastic JRPG. This is the game I'm wanting to finish before I jump to Metaphor, but man, it's good. It's got really cool systems. The laugh sim part of it is really fun. And now, I was talking to Simone the other day because there's 4 different girls you could romance. And I'm trying to figure out, Oh, who
You
should
can't do all of them.
I don't know. I'm going to try. So I'm just being very smooth and flirty with.
So with Cyberpunk's the same, but I just discovered one that I liked a lot, so I just went with that one. Like you just talk to them after a while, and you go, actually no, you're the kind of coolest one, or the less slightly mad one, or whatever you want to go for.
Yeah, but game romances are like Pokemon, right? You want to collect them all.
What? No. Where's your dedication? Where's your your love?
It's across all four.
Spread out.
I have a very big heart. So, Persona 5 Royal, it's a very good game. It was on Game Pass for a long time, but it's still on special. And it's made by Atlas, the guys that made Metaphor. So, very cool game. And that is it. We have done everything for this year's Game Awards. If we have gotten anything wrong, or we missed a category that you guys were hoping we would touch on, jump into our Discord, let us know for next year. And remember, we're doing all the events again next year with season 9. 9 years of the podcast.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. So, just to give you guys a quick rundown before we sign off for the year, if you head over to the XboxCast.co.nz, this is where we keep information about everything that we're doing. We have our podcast library, so you can catch up on last episodes if you don't want to scroll through your podcast app or go back on YouTube. We have our event calendar. We have an easy link to our Patreon, our social media, and even About Us, where you can find out who we are. If you go to our event calendar, this is the events that we run throughout the year. We kick off in February with Friendly Feb. It's the month of love, and what better way to say we love you guys than to play non-violent video games. You want to play something that's a strategy like City Skylines, Forza, or something else that doesn't involve murdering a digital pixel.
Diablo's okay though. Well, I'm just evading. Things just die around me. It's not my fault 'cause I'm just evading.
During April, our biggest
You're just
event...
ignoring me now.
Yeah, no, Lee's just being a troll. April's our biggest event of the year with the April Achievement Challenge. We have 4 different things that we mark each other on. Teams are split by country. So if you're missing out on a few people, get some people involved in your country. We do gamer score, then we do true achievement score. We do achievements or games played. I think it's achievements, amount of achievements unlocked. And we do steps. So not only are you sitting behind your Xbox earning achievements, but you're also having to do some steps to keep in the running. The way it's balanced.
It's achievements, TA ratio, steps, and team.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what it is. It says on the website.
Cool. Then June is where we dig through your backlog, or we give you an excuse to dig through your backlog. A game that you haven't finished, a game you haven't started. What's a game that you've bought or that you've been meaning to play for a long time? This is your excuse to jump in and play it. It's called Back to Your Backlog, and it's lots of fun because you kind of rediscover old gems. You can go back and play a game you haven't finished.
So we're saving you money.
We are saving you money.
Because you paid for these games already, and it actually makes you a better person.
Indeed it does. In August, this is for our patrons. So if you want to take part in our August event, sign up to be a patron. It's currently on special. So for $1, you can tell us what you want us to play. The trick is you have to get your other patrons to agree to your nomination. Do you want Lee to play another Barbie game?
What did I play last time? I can't remember what they picked me.
Yeah, that's a good question.
It was probably something dumb, because that seems to be the...
Interesting, yes. So basically you pick a game and we all play it. So you pick a game for the hosts. You convince your fellow patrons to join in on the fun so that all the patrons have to unanimously agree that this is the game, so that you guys end up talking to each other in our Discord and making secret plans. And then the other part of it is our version of Secret Santa running in August, though, where we shuffle all the patrons taking part and you get a very special patron name and you have to pick a game for them to play. This patron then has to try guess who picked the game for them by the end of August. And, of course, also finish the game.
it was how you found out about the fishing game. That's what they picked for you.
Yes. They basically chose the fishing game for me.
And I played that. I can't remember what it's called. It's a Swedish game, and it's End of the World game.
Ah, yes.
Generation Zero?
Yeah, Generation Zero.
Which I started playing. I played a few hours of it. It's a bit of a beast of a game, though, but I did play a few hours.
Yeah, well, I mean, June might be a good one. Back to your backlog.
Mm.
October, the month of scary games. So this has no winners. There are only losers in October because no one likes scary games, and if
Well,
they say they do,
we did this year. We changed it up, didn't we? We had actually playing monsters. Monster Mash played this year.
yes. In October we chose Monster Mash for this past year. So any game that involved monsters we could play, particularly because we knew we weren't going to drag Lee away from Diablo.
It was the beginning of it was DLC coming out this month, so there was no there was no not playing that.
And then our last event of the year is what you're currently listening to now, the Game Awards show. This is at the end. This is our last show of the year. Now we do this, and if you're wanting to get involved, we put our voting forms in our Discord. You can vote. You can vote on any game that you've played in the past year. It doesn't have to be Xbox. We do prefer Xbox, of course, but it can be any game considering how many people voted for Astrobot this year.
Well, just one person though. Which we're having words about him. We'll have a meeting about him later. I think we need to discuss his role next year. What's happening to him?
Yeah, I wonder what's going on there.
When we need to sit him in a dark room and talk to him quietly.
Deed. All the information is on our website, so you can check it out there. Now, year 8 has come to a close, Lee. Good job on 8 years on putting up with this nonsense.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It is crazy indeed.
Who knew? 440 episodes or something like that?
Yeah, that is a crazy amount of episodes to be doing.
It's actually the people listening to us, I think, are crazier than us, though, if I'm honest.
Well, yeah, we pitch up every week because
we could have a conversation for a couple hours a week anyway about computer games. Like, that's not an issue. But for people that listen to us do that, this is kind of weird.
And especially getting 5,000 downloads in a year.
Oh, no, it's more. It's actually 8,000 because we include YouTube on there.
That's a lot.
And then Twitch is normally busier than YouTube, which is kind of interesting. So I wonder what numbers are on Switch. We don't even look at that, but yeah.
Yeah, need to have a good look.
Because I thought it was quietening down this podcast, but it's not, is it? It's actually about right. It's about the same.
We're getting back to the proper levels before COVID.
Yeah, interesting.
Really good.
Really good. Yeah, for sure.
Well, thank you, listeners, for hanging out, for spending the year with us, for lending us your ears for the past how many ever hours we have recorded for this podcast. We hope to see you in 2025. And on that note, thank you very much. Goodbye and good night.
XboxCast in the spotlight. Game over here, it's time to grab controller and hand magic fills the air. Flashing neon bright, the XboxCast in the spotlight. Game over here, it's time to declare controller and magic fills the air. Level up with every beat. Pixel worlds where we compete, unlocking dreams and victories grand. Fantasy realms at our command. Gather around as a moment of truth. XboxCast is power to the youth. Game of the year celebration called. We're the champions standing tall.
There's a little taster. I can, if everyone wants to listen to the full track, I can drop it into Discord.
I think sure. Oh, it's so good.
Music of the week. Maybe at the end of the podcast, people should vote, or during the week, people vote for what sort of music style they want for the start, the intro, and the outro.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, it could be a new feature for a new, what do you call it? Segment of the podcast.
That is fantastic. I agree completely.
That's so good.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, we still have 4 people watching on YouTube, which is quite
We've
cool.
got 6 people watching total. Yeah, a couple on Twitch as well.
That's exciting.
Yeah. It wasn't as long as normal. It was a bit calmer this year.
Yeah, a bit calmer. I think no Jim Bean.
Oh, the beans is causes all the trouble normally, is she?
Yeah, the beans. She's full of beans.
She is full of beans. It's very true. So good.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, who's in chat? Hey, Badass Rockets. Thanks for joining, bro.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
What is Doki Doki Literature Club? Sounds like a FMV or something, or bad FMV, Japanese FMV.
Where do you see that?
He's in chat on YouTube.
Oh yeah, Doki Doki Literature Club is quite messed up. We should get Lee to play it because it's a fantastic, like visual novel game.
Oh my god. I don't think anyone's ever said that, you know. Fantastic visual novel game. Oh my word. Have you seen this game?
Yes, I have.
Oh. Uh-oh. That's interesting. Go back to that one there. Because Game Pass. Web. There you go. Look at it. It's so pretty.
Such a good game. It's really good. You should try it out, Lee.
It is
No.
nuts. Steam Wall is nuts, he says. I don't know what that means.
Oh man.
Wow. All I can say is wow. It's got 10 out of 10. That's what I'm wowing about. It's 10 out of 10 on Steam and 8.2 on IMDb. How?
Because it's a good game. Play it.
It's horror. It's a visual novel horror game. Indie adventure. What?
Yeah.
DDLC. Will you write the way to her heart? It's a psychological horror experience. There's merch as well. Stop looking up at spoilers. Oh, but look, she's so cute. Wow. I can get a bomber jacket.
Nice. You should.
A Doki Doki bomber jacket. £27. Actually, it's quite good. It's half price currently, people. Half price, so on.
Do it. Oh, they're free on Steam. Oh, that's cool.
It's free on Steam.
Oh, you should get it, Lee.
They're 70% off in the merch shop.
Do it. Also, everyone still watching, you should thumb up the video on YouTube.
I don't want to spoil it though. I just don't might spoil it. Night. Oh, Doki Doki Literature Club Plus.
Oh,
Wow. What is Plus about it? Oh, 6 new side stories. And built-in DDLC music player to unwind your favourite songs and custom playlists. And then that's on full HD, 1080p. It's actually only $15 anyway. It's not the most expensive game. So I reckon Steam is free. No, it's not free. How are you saying it's free? Aha. This is the other track.
this is a cool song.
Plus it's not free. Yeah, okay.
All right.
It's free.
The regular's free. Ah, yes. Impress your crush, Lee. Don't you want to impress your crush?
Yeah, it's only Plus on Xbox. There's no It's on your Steam.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Oh, okay, cool. I think we should get out of here.
Yeah. Thanks for joining Badass Rockets.
Yeah, mate, good to see you again. Why am I not? I'm having trouble now because. Okay, guys.
Sweet. Thanks
Good
for hanging
work.
out, everyone.
High five.
Catch you next year.